So I've got to learn. So there is brows. Kit, no kit. Let's do this other eye. All right. So I am planning to start doing some Zoom meetings. Oh, that's awesome. And I'm wanting to learn how to do Zoom to Facebook because I'd love to be able to do the Zoom meetings and have the convenience of the Zoom meetings and being able to bring other people on and do things. But I also want it to be on Facebook groups. So I had to learn all that. Just dedicating a little bit of time for that. Um, Bottom and then top. Right. And then I just filled in with the color and I'm going to just go, let's see, a little bit of color in. And it does come with that beautiful highlight shade, and I will use that, but I'll wait until I do my eye shadows. Right. So there are my brows. And then if I see like this one looks a little more arched, they don't have to be identical, but I don't want them that different. I'm going to fix it. So, all right, brows done. So now we're going to do foundation. And I cannot see comments. So I don't know. Oh man, I don't know, Deborah. I don't know if anybody's watching right now. Deborah was watching about comments. And I do have my roll-up bag over here with all my stuff in it. It's why I keep turning around. All right. So now we're going to apply foundation. I did the primer. I'm going to be going in. I'm going to use Beige N150, and I'm going to be using it in the Luminous. I've just fallen in love with the way the Luminous looks on my skin and feels on my skin. I like to apply just a little bit in the back of my hand, tap my foundation brush in it. Now watch this coverage. And the best thing is, look at the coverage. It doesn't feel heavy or sticky. It really is amazing product. And I like doing it on the back of my hand because then I can apply more, apply less. I have more control doing one side so y'all can see the coverage. And this liquid foundation brush makes a huge difference in application also. You can see that. So that is foundation, no foundation. And it's buildable. If I want more coverage, I can give more coverage, but I'm trying to figure out how to get the um lighting right also. So bear with me. Let's see. Maybe better or worse. Better or worse. We'll see. All right. Look, I need more light. I just don't know how to get it. Um, so that is foundation, no foundation. I'm gonna do foundation on the other side. And I'll show you how much. That's about what I used on the other side, and that's about what I'll use on this side. And I like this. I just found this method. I would again just take it in single strokes, applying it on, and then I kind of blend it out. I would dot it on my face first or dot it on the brush. And I saw a makeup artist doing the back of her hand, and I just tried it and fell in love with that. So you do what works best for you. I have just found that that is a really effective way for me to control um, how much product I'm putting on my skin. So I don't have wasted product. And then I blend out. This brush, if you do not have a liquid foundation brush, it's phenomenal. All right, so at this point, I've done primer, brows, foundation. I've not done any concealer. That's our next step. I would love to meet with you one-on-one or with a couple of friends and do a color match for you. So let me know if you're interested in that. Let's get our concealer out. All right, so I love our under eye corrector. It is one product that is just unbeatable for me. I will do one eye so you can see that. Let me go ahead and get my brushes up here. Cream color brush. Wipe it off, make sure I don't have any. Because I did use my cream color brush yesterday for my eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, and wipe that product off. All right. Under eye corrector. And you can see I have some dark circles. Doesn't look as much as it did because I have already applied just a few dots. Okay. That's cream color brush. I'm going to tap it in and it's going to blend into that foundation that I already have. Now, I could have done this first. And I do sometimes. If you watch my lives, I do it sometimes first just out of habit from the old days. But this really is the most effective use of product because you don't apply more product than you need. So that is under eye corrector, no under eye corrector. I mean, there's a big difference there, guys. So just a couple of dots. And I don't like putting tons and tons and tons of product on my face, but I do enjoy playing with products. I like using products for different purposes. So under eye corrector. Trying to see y'all can trying to find it, trying to figure out that best way for this to work. I don't know what it is. I can't figure out if I need my ring light tilted more. So y'all are being my guinea pigs today. I'm gonna change it one more time. Let's see. Bring it up. There's a way I can make it tilt. I've got to figure that out. Like that. Okay, let's see. This looks better. All right, that lighting. I think that lighting may be better. We may have figured it out. Maybe? Maybe. Is it better? I'm trying to figure it all out. We'll get it. So, under eye corrector. Coffee makes it all better. All right. Focus, Mandy. I do have light beige concealer, and I have some spots, but when I use CC cream, you may find me using my concealer on my face, but with our full coverage foundation, I don't have a ton of spots to cover, but I do like to use the lightest to just highlight a couple of areas right in the corner. And then I like to use this on my lips before I apply my eyeshadow because it's going to even out that skin tone and then all of my eyeshadow colors are going to pop. So using that same cream color brush. So the purpose of this is to even out the skin tone on my lids. So that when I apply my eyeshadows, one is that's kind of like an eyeshadow primer. And it evens everything out. So I have a level playing field. And so you see, I just did that highlight, that lightest shade right in the corner and down my nose. Not doing this whole area. And then I'll take what's on my brush and lift out to lift up. And I'll blend that a little more. So that lightest shade right in this inner corner. And then lifts up. And then right on the tip of my nose. So now I'm going to back in with my liquid foundation brush. Make sure that's well blended. I don't want to brush hard. I just want to tap in and make sure I don't have spots or blotches and it's nice and even. All right, so I want it to go all day. I want it to have an airbrush look, airbrush finish to it. I have it. Translucent powder and all over powder brush. Notice, guys, if you buy one of these powders, this one or the Silky Setting Powder, let's see if I can get it set up while I adjust. It has these little notches here. That twists and turns and opens and closes this. So if you find you can't get any out or you're getting way too much out, you can open and close the little holes so you don't have way too much product. So I'm just going to go in and tap this on. Press it in. There are times to use a swirling motion, but I'm not wanting to swirl everything around right here. I'm wanting to set it in, wanting to make it look airbrushed and finished. And some people do this after their cheek color. I like doing it before my cheek color. That's a personal preference. Translucent powder does not change the color of anything. It looks white, but it goes on translucent. So it does not change the appearance or the colors of what you put on your face. But I just like for that my cheek color to be right on top and nice and bright and bold. All right, see the difference in that and just swirling everything around. So time for that. If you're wanting to blend everything, that I'm wanting to set. So I'm using this beautiful construction of that brush to tap in and set. I'm going to lock mine down because there's tons of product in there. Translucent powder. People have even told me they use it for like dry shampoo. I've never needed dry shampoo, so I don't really understand that. But hey, let me see if I can get anybody on here. Let's see if I can see me or hear me. All right. So I would usually do eyes next, but we're going to go ahead and do cheek color. This back in here. Get this out so I don't forget. All right, done my brow. All right. So y'all, yesterday I had this roll-up bag and I had it rolled up and I was trying to save space. So I had stuck these two Pro palettes, however you want to say it, in my roll-up bag. I hung my roll-up bag on my towel bar in my bathroom and I unrolled it. These landed about a 4-foot drop into 3-foot. No, because it's down in the bottom of the tub. I had a mess. I lost some eyeshadows. I lost some cheek color. I lost my Canary Diamond highlight, which was limited edition, and I can't get any more. So it was a little sad for me. A little bit of a sad day. But it's okay because I've been building that collection for 5 years and we can keep adding back to it. So this palette, the way I've got mine organized is a little different because I've been collecting colors and foundations and stuff. This is what my Canary Diamond meant. So these are all of my cheek colors that I have. I have one of almost every shade Mary Kay has, just because I like to show people the shades in person and I like to play with them. They make great eyeshadows too, guys. You don't have to just use them for cheek color. So there's that input. I love using things for more than one reason. All right, brushes. We do have a cheek brush. It's not called a blush brush. It's a cheek brush because of the way it's made. It can do every look you need on your cheek. So I'm going to go in with Latte, which is this beautiful contour shade here. We have two of these shades. One is Latte and one is Cocoa. Cocoa is darker. But your contour shades are going to be cooler toned. They're meant to create shadow and cause lift. Look at the difference. See the difference there and here? And I'm just taking it on that small piece. I'm tapping it in here and then putting it right here. Doesn't take much. Some people use lots. I don't. And then another space for that is right at this forehead area. All right. Now I'm going to take this fluffy end, the fatter end, in my fingers, kind of squish it like this. And let's do a cheek color. I have on this nice, bright, bold. If you can see how pretty this shirt is. Look how gorgeous. It says Praying Mama Raising Warriors. That's it. I am going to try a really wild, bold lip. Really wild and bold. Like an orangey peach lip. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm going to use Juicy Peach as my shade, which is this color. So it's not hot coral and bright, bright, but it's also not a pink color. Juicy Peach. It's one of my favorites. And I'm applying it here and up. Don't feel like I'm getting as good a color in this video as I do on my phone. So I'm doing this with my laptop in Zoom. Do have the ring light, but I don't feel like the color is there. And I do come up a little bit here. Now, if you don't have cheeks, if you don't have these big old cheeks like I got, you may want to put your product out here to create a cheek, full looking cheek. I have fullness. I don't need to create that. So I like to place my color right at that and back behind it. That is Juicy Peach. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. All right. Juicy Peach. All right. My eye look today. Let me show you my eye. This is my pro palette for my eyes. When I very first started selling Mary Kay, I earned these little vinyl stickers. And this one said something like eyelash or beauty lash or something. 4 years. But I know this is eyes because it has the stickers on it. So I keep my stickers on it. And you can see like this is all broken up here now. It's so sad. I had everything full. I've got to buy some replacements, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. All right. I'm going to go in. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a liquid eyeshadow. I love our liquid eyeshadows. We have 4 colors. There's what's called a light beam, which is like a cream champagne color, very light, and then pink starlight, meteor shower, and purple nova. And those are all beautiful and I love them. But since I use the concealer like a primer, I know my look is going to stay and pop. So I'm going to go in with my all over shadow brush. Just wiping product off to make sure it's nice and clean. I'm going to go in with a shade called Blossom. Let me show you where it's at on my palette. It's here. It's almost white. It's got just enough pink. But it's not white, but it's almost white. And this one I'm taking right up under those brows that I did. This is where I would apply the highlight shade from the brow kit. And I love it, but I knew I was going to be doing this. Blossom and Biscotti are probably two of my most used eyeshadows and most sold because they are that light highlight shade. They are great for under the brow bone in this inner corner and to help blend out. Now, Dusty Rose and Hazelnut are my two favorite transition shades. And I had a tip a couple years back, my beautiful Mary Kay consultant, um, that suggested mixing those two. And since I've done that, I do it a lot. So this is Dusty Rose and Hazelnut mixed. Now, if you have green eyes or eyes that tend to go green if you use the right shades, Dusty Rose and Hazelnut, oh gosh, they're going to make your eyes pop. And my eyes are bluish green, depending on what I wear. Some days they look really, really green, and some days they look really, really blue. But if I do this right here, they're going to usually pull more green if I use the pinks and purples. If I pull those golds and browns, they'll look more blue. And once I've applied it and got it nice, because wherever you tap that brush first is where most of your product is going to go. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to just blend that out into that blossom. Right? Just a little more right here. Right? I'm learning all the things about Zoom, trying to figure out Zoom. I can do screen shares and all kinds of things on Zoom, which is one of the reasons I was wanting to kind of go towards Zoom. Can start posting things to YouTube, just trying to do things. I'm getting more full time into my Mary Kay business. All right. I love it, y'all. I love it. It's one of my favorite looks, seriously. And I could just put on a brown liner and go like that. But you know, me, I'm not going to. Not when I can apply more. Let's see. I think today we're going to go in with Golden Peach would be pretty, but Golden Peach broke. And I actually think Golden Peach was a limited edition, so I can get it back. This is Golden Mauve. So I'm kind of pulling that brush down in through there and then tapping it on so I get that shimmer. Golden Mauve. It's really pretty too. And I'm going to deepen up the corners in just a second with Merlot and line with brown eyeliner today. And I've got a nice bright lip I'm going to try. And you know what? If I don't like the lip, I'll take it off and go to a different one. I may go, oh, that's horrible. I'm not using that. That's okay. Trick. Keep you something to wipe your brush off. All right. So I'm going to swap up my brushes. Y'all, if you need a good set of brushes, our Mary Kay brushes are phenomenal. Now I'm going to switch in. I'm going to go into Merlot, which is this nice deep color here. Think about wine. Named after Merlot. It looks a lot like it. Grabbing me a mirror real quick. This one, this brush is angled. I'm going to angle it up actually to create that crease look that I want and tap that product right where I want it. That. Then I want to bring it right here. Difference. And you may not like that. You may say, I don't want the dark. Don't do the dark. Make it you. Y'all, my kids, I've gotten so tickled. My Evie, she said, what was it she said? Oh my gosh, some word, like one of their words. And she's like, Mama, don't say that. It sounds funny when you said it. I said, but I was just confirming what you said. She said, mm-mm. Even if I say it, you can't say it. But that doesn't even make sense. So there is the Merlot. So different doing it here than on my phone. All right. Gonna take that same brush. I'm gonna go under the eye with that Merlot, just what's left on that brush. So it's not super heavy. And I'm going to I have a whole bucket right here of liners to find my brown liner and Great Heights mascara. And what I love, um, this is not in this, about our eyeliners. I can pop off this end and I can sharpen this. And I'm going to do that so I get a nice point to work with. Right back in. I'm on live. I can't see you. And I'm not trying to drag these glide on, y'all. These, I don't know if you can see how lightly I pull. They glide on so smoothly. It helps me keep it right at the lash line. I find that if I pull my lid and I do this, I get a much thicker line, which is good for some looks, but I don't have a lot of real estate to work with in the lid section, so I want to keep all that liner. All right, and then I'm going to the bottom. And if I came all the way in to here, the Merlot, not here, but here, I'm going to come in about here with this brown on the bottom. And that just keeps my eye open. Yes, if you line with a black liner all the way in, top and bottom, it's going to be very dramatic. But it's also going to close your eyes off. If you want your eyes nice and bright, line about half or 2/3. Do not line all the way in. Right. Brown eyeliner. Our Steely eyeliner is also absolutely gorgeous. And I just don't have a lot of room on this little desk I'm using. So I keep going back and forth to my bag back there so that it's out of my way. Great Heights mascara. We have several mascaras made for several different things, but this is our newest, and I have fallen in love with it. And really, I use it every single day. When I started Mary Kay, Lash Intensity was my favorite. And Lash Intensity is what it says. If you want thick, bold, long lashes, Lash Intensity, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And then Thanorama came out, and I liked Thanorama because it helped like fan out your lashes. It was like they were just everywhere. I liked it. But to me, Mary Kay hit a home run with Great Heights because it replaced our lengthening, so it gets the length, but it also gives fullness. It also fans them out. It's easy to apply. This applicator is so easy. If I pull it from the root to the tip, super easy to apply. No smudging, no smearing, no flaking. It's not waterproof, but it is long lasting. I will tell you now, we do have a waterproof. And we went to the pool the other day, and I didn't think a whole lot about it. My first time at the pool since my weight loss and getting in. And I said, I'm jumping off the diving board. And I just jumped in, honey. And Evie said, Mama, did you wear Mary Kay? I said, I did. Why? It's everywhere. She said, No, you don't have anything, any mascara anywhere. So the waterproof mascara lasted through me jumping into a 9-foot pool and back up. But I'm not going to promise you the great heights would do that, but it is water resistant. I have cried with it on and still had mascara on my eyelashes, not my face. And Mary Kay says 3 coats for maximum results. I just usually do 1 really good coat. Sometimes 2 if I have lots of time. All right. All right. So that is the Eye Look Merlot, Dusty Rose and Hazelnut, Blossom, Golden Mauve, and then brown eyeliner, Great Heights mascara, Juicy Peach on the cheeks. Now, let's take this down so we can get the correct effect here and do lips. Because this is bold. I'm using one of our limited edition lip liners called Tangerine. And then I'm going to put Sunset Peach with it. And I may hate it. So I've got this. Take it off. Let's see. Tangerine and Sunset Peach. This is Tangerine. And this, let me wipe it off because I use Sunset Peach a lot over colors. But I want it to have its full effect today. And here is Sunset Peach. Kind of scared of it now that I say I'm doing it. Let's see. So there is Tangerine and Sunset Peach. Pretty bold, pretty bright, very summery. I like it. I like it. Probably would be prettier with browner colors on my lids, but this is what I was wanting to go with today. So we went with it. So thank you for letting me practice with my Zoom meeting, learning how to get from Zoom to Facebook. Look for a Zoom event coming up soon. I'm going to be hosting one of those this coming up week. So I hope you will join us to celebrate Mary Kay and have fun with it and learn about some of our products from me and some of my consultants on my team. And I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks, everybody.